Hi, I'm Katie Oakman. I'm our Senior Director of Business Development, Social Market in the Orange County office. And I'm going to talk to you today about how to have an effective mission meeting. So these used to be called executive host or table host meetings, and we're making a shift to try to focus more on the mission of our organization. So the first step that you want to take is setting the meeting. I did this last year pretty effectively simply by writing an email to the decision maker, whoever it was that signed the LOA. You can also try a phone call, but I was most effective with email. I always was sure to copy their executive assistant, and that seemed to get the meeting on the calendar the quickest. In the email, I'd also list out specific times of availability just to eliminate that part of the legwork that the assistant would have to take. I also was very clear about what the meeting was going to be about. I talked specifically that we wanted to introduce the story of our passion speaker and the fact that she would be sharing her very personal and emotional story that day. And I think by talking more about that than the logistics of the event, I was really able to get a lot of meetings set in a quick amount of time. So another way of saying this could be, the Heart Ball is a celebration, and I want to share with you what we're celebrating that night, and that's our mission. An important part of that is our passion speaker who will be sharing her story. So that's the first step, is sending out the communication to get the meeting. Once you have the meeting set, then you go in there, you have either a picture of your passion speaker. In my case, I was lucky to have a video. This is very simple to do. You don't have to go to extremes, but just some element of what you want to share revolved around the passion speaker's story. So if it's on CPR, you'll want to talk about CPR awareness. If your passion speaker's talking about stroke, you'll want to bring up FAST. So bring with you some mission-related component and start the meeting with that. Start the meeting by, first off, asking questions, asking the sponsor why they are such a valued supporter of the American Heart Association, and get to know what their understanding of us really is, and then take the opportunity to fill in some gaps and really inspire them with more information about the American Heart Association and what we do. Then share about the passion story. Introduce the speaker, tell them a little bit about the speaker, their story. You don't want to give too much away, but you really do want to pique their interest and at least talk about what topic they're speaking on. Like I said, whether it's CPR or stroke or heart disease or if it's congenital heart defect, arm them with more information on why we are addressing this issue and why more funding is continued to be needed. Then talk about how after the passion speaker shares their story, everyone in the room will be invited to invest in the mission of the American Heart Association and how you're really hoping to have 100% participation. This would also be the time to talk about a matching gift and basically also ask that they be the first at their table to raise their paddle to inspire others who have joined them to also join them in giving. Then after the meeting, you can certainly follow up with the logistical details, the table host form that you need them to fill out with all of their guests, the recognition page specs if that's what you're needing from them, whatever it's appropriate from a logistical standpoint. That can all be taken care of in the follow-up email. You also want to follow up by adding some type of link to some mission-related topic, again, a video, an article, something related to what you discussed during the mission meeting, and that will be really important. In my case, we just got our passion speaker to do a 60-second YouTube video where she thanked them for being a supporter and told them that she's looking forward to meeting them on the day of our event. Really simple, 60 seconds, uploaded it to YouTube, and then sent that as a follow-up to each of our sponsors after this mission meeting. And then finally, your last step, of course, is to do your warm the room email to your table hosts and all of your guests. So as you can see, these mission meetings are really about the mission, about inspiring and educating our guests and our sponsors, and really that helps with your retention. If you've met with them once, they're going to be excited and more eager to meet with you after the event, which is when, of course, you can be talking about ROI and pre-commitments for next year. So I hope you find these tips helpful, and good luck.